Did you see Ben Askren's update vid? It was tough to watch, man. You know what the most annoying part about the... sorry, I hate to make it about me. No, I did see it was very uncomfortable to watch. I saw it... I watched it again through the clip channel that I saw it on. Yeah, it was very uncomfortable to watch, dude. I didn't like seeing it. I felt uncomfortable watching it, yeah. Felt weird, man. But yeah, I did a clip channel where I reacted to it and I was very serious. And then the next clip that was edited next to it was me joking around about something. And someone in the comments said, dude, Guru going from talking about Ben Askren seriously, in quotations, to all of a sudden joking about so-and-so immediately afterwards is crazy. And it had like a lot of likes on the comment. And I was thinking, dude, it's clipped. This is an edit. They've put that moment next to the moment of reacting to Ben Askren. Like, this is so obvious. You know? This is such an obvious thing. And people are, like, up in arms about this, about the way I reacted. I'm like, dude, I'm not laughing about that. I didn't laugh about the Ben Askren thing at all. You know? People were trying to make jokes, but I wasn't reading them. But anyway. Dude, Lucas Tracy having Ilia Topuria above GSP is insane to me. It's so TikTok fan-ish, and it's really changed my opinion of him as a person. Anyone else? I like Lucas Tracy now. I actually thought he kind of knew the ball. I thought he knew the game a little bit, man. Dude, is Ilia Topuria being like at the brink of being the greatest of all time after these wins that he's had? Is insane, man. It's insane recency. It's insane TikTok bias. Wow. Did you see the UFC India post for Derek Lewis? I did not see the UFC India post for Derek Lewis. And now I want to see the UFC India post for Derek Lewis. To be Vases, I've already read it. F Verdum isn't top 5. I'm a 65-year-old Japanese man. Yes, sir. Fabricio Verdum's not top 5. Yeah, sorry. He didn't quite make the top 5, dude. The Wonder Boy returns. Dude, the way UFC India does their posts is actually hilarious in comparison. The Black Beast with hot balls in his hands. What the fuck? And there's fried chicken in the back as well. UFC India. Jesus Christ. He's got like fiery balls in his hands. And there's a tub of fried chicken in the background of the picture that they put up about him. Interesting. More praise for Belal in... Top comments in favor of Belal Muhammad's performance in every video about Belal Muhammad versus JDM is just... It hurts me. Hurts me so much, man. Well, you know when you click on a JDM Belal post and you think, oh yeah, another JDM appreciation post, and you see the comments and it's like, glad Belal made a show of it and didn't try to hug his way to retaining. Respect Belal, he's a real champ. You know what I'm saying? Pathetic, man. Pisses me off. So glad Belal decided to make a show of things and chose not to defend like, oh man, like he didn't get all his takedown stuffed, you know what I mean? Still don't know how people think Jones is going through a breakup. Do I blow my shit smooth off? I don't know. I'll give it a 2. Don't do it. Dude, I hate people that get like in like depression over like going through a breakup. Do you know how privileged you are? I wish I could go through a fucking breakup, dude. Who's with me in chat? Fucking depressed fucking pussies in my fucking chat room telling me that they're going through a fucking breakup. And that they fucking, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying now? Oh, I just split up with my second girlfriend, dude, and I really love this one. I really, dude, you had real love? You felt love in life? That's crazy, bro. Someone loved you. A girl loved you, dude. You were in a relationship and then you split up. What? Dude, I wish I had relationship drama, dude. People don't realize what a privilege that is. 27 years old or 26 years old. I haven't felt love, man. Thank you for the $2. Impression of Magumbo discovers fire in 2025. Warmest man. Okay. I discovered a fire when my motorbike inflamed over the corpse of I don't know. Imagine KOing Charles and winning your second belt just so they can bring in some fat tard in the cage who starts bickering at you. Yeah. Hey, lad, what? That was a heavy KO, lad. Fair play, lad. Thank you for the $5. You just KO'd Volk, Holloway, and Charles Oliveira. Paddy Pimblett, folks. Hey, that KO was heavy, lad. Fair play, lad. That was a heavy KO, lad. But you can't KO me, lad. And you're just completely out of shape. Yeah. Pimblett is actually got such aura. You know how many lightweights are devoting their entire life and making sure they check every box to be a top contender? You know how hard Gamrot must train? You know how hard these guys train? Joel Alvarez, Mateusz Gamrot, Grant Dawson. These guys are probably in shape year round. Never take any... Dude, Paddy literally gets obese between fights. Fat mess. What's up, lad? Just, I don't know, actually insane, dude. Actually insane. Top 7, yeah. Gamrot beats Paddy. He probably does. He probably does. I think Gamrot's very underrated. Recently watched Jones DC 2. I feel like Jon was getting pieced up until the finish. Thoughts? Jon was getting cracked until the finish. He was. He also was stinging DC with knees to the body and kicks to the body over and over again and stomps that were setting up the head kick the whole time. But, yeah, DC was putting hands on. Jones can't box. Jones has never been able to box. He's got longest reach than anyone, but he actually can't throw hands to save his life. He's never knocked someone down. Machida, he kind of like caught coming in, and then they kind of fell into each other. And he did catch Machida with a good punch. But he's not really that guy, is he? He's never really been able to box. Like, I feel like Jon Jones, chat, yes or no? Let me know if I'm wrong on this. Jon Jones has the longest reach in the UFC, 84 inches of reach. Have you ever seen Jon Jones establish a jab in a fight? I've seen him establish like an open palm gesturing towards the eyes of his opponent every time they try and throw at him. I've never seen Jones pop in a jab, like establishing a proper jab on someone in a fight. He may have landed a few jabs, I'm not denying that. But I can't remember a time where he was like, damn, Jones has really figured out his jab on this guy. And he's got a massive gulf in reach over them all the time, you know. Who's Jota? Thank you for the $8 Australian. How come you don't like the Ben jokes, but chat will joke about Francis' kill streak and actual dead people? Ben is alive and well. Because it's less real. I've seen the video of Ben Askren on the hospital bed. And he's currently there in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Once someone's dead, it's over with. You know what I mean? But this is like a really... I don't know. It's not even that I don't even like it. It's just that I try and not do any of it. You know? You guys kept spamming the Ngannou things, and for a day or two, I didn't really want to read them. But then eventually you guys keep doing it, you know? But I know if I do something about the Ben thing, people are going to clip it, and I'm going to get crazy backlash. Whereas the Ngannou thing might not have even happened. You know what I mean? There's a difference making fun of someone for being a murderer compared to making fun of someone who could die. You know what I'm saying? I'm dying to see you on PKA. They have bad guests, and although they have casual takes, I think your humor styles will make for a good episode. Yeah, if they emailed me, I'm not clicking on your link to something by email. DM me on Instagram, you fucking boomers on PKA. I saw an email from something that could be PKA. You know what I mean? And it was after I mentioned on stream that day, tell them to get into contact with me then. So that's why I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? So just DM me on Instagram, you fucking 70-year-old men, and we'll sort it out. You know what I mean? So I can see if it's actually you that's sending me something. Because ever since I've been mentioning the PKA thing, I keep getting loads of fake PKA fucking emails that I know aren't real. But one of them could be, right? One of them did look legit, but I'm not fucking clicking on it. Impression, if Impact pay-per-view had and 2 belts isn't relevant, what is? No, McGregor having 2 belts is relevant, but Impact and pay-per-view is not relevant to your greatness. Sorry. Thank you for the £2. Sorry. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if he made the sport bigger. Fame doesn't mean anything to me. 2 belts is big for McGregor, but he lost to Nate Diaz. He lost to Poirier twice. His losses also come into play as well. And when you really look at McGregor's career, it's a prepubescent Holloway, baby Poirier, and then Aldo and Alvarez. And that's it. That's all it is on his resume. He doesn't really have many good prime wins. You know what I'm saying? Baby Poirier, he was 5th at the time. I know, but he was very young in his career, and he wasn't the Poirier that he became. The prime Poirier. He wasn't in his prime, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? Baby Poirier. You know what I mean, man? I don't mean he was a literal fucking baby in the cage, do I? You fucking idiot. Young in his career, not as well refined in his game, or, you know. Thank you for the $10. Who do you see dethroning Pantoja? I don't see it being Joshua Van. I can see it being like a Taylor with a submission. But no, I don't. I don't see it being a Taylor. I could see it being unironically like a Manel Cap. Like an explosive striker with good takedown defense. That's what it's going to take. Thank you for the $10. Impression of Anik. I know he's already lost to Pantoja, but still, rematches. Or you know what? Moreno. Moreno nearly beat him the first time. There's a lot of arguments that people make that he could have won, but I think he lost. But still. Appreciate you. Dumbest active fighter at the moment. The dumbest active fighter at the moment. The dumbest active fighter at the moment. Ryan Spann. Yeah, he's not active as much anymore, though. Probably Vettori. I think Vettori's just... No, Vettori's not brain dead because he's based. That's a bad look for me otherwise. Probably Gaethje. Or Vettori or Gaethje. Brendan Allen is very dumb. Brendan Allen is very dumb. I'd actually take that as Brendan Allen. I agree. Brendan Allen or Cody Garbrandt. Brendan Allen is definitely the dumbest person ever. So yeah, Brendan Allen or Cody Garbrandt. People forget, man. 2020 Masvidal was a superstar. He was. Impression of Bisping mad that he lost a pogo stick race to GSP. Bah! Rebecca! Bring Callum here so I can fucking beat him again. I don't know if he beats Callum. I don't know if he beats Callum, but I don't want to start that rumor about Bisping, but, it'd be funny if he did. It wouldn't be funny, but, it is what it is. Poor Callum, yeah. Callum, yeah. Oh, sorry, Dad. Sorry, I didn't mean it, Dad. His little weird accent that he's got. Bisping's son follows me on shit. I don't want to bait him out. What's up, Callum? Oh, my word. Baby boy. Oh, my word. He follows me on stuff. I saw that the other day. A couple weeks ago, actually. Shout out to Callum Bisping for watching my stuff. Appreciate you, brother. Big man. Big man Callum, dude. Me and Callum might have to tussle, dude. Me and Callum might have to tussle. Nah, you probably ragdoll me, right? Isn't he like a top, decent wrestler? Like a proper good wrestler? And he's a big dude as well. He's my size. Bigger than Bisping, at least. Fucking midget. Zulol. Impression of Izzy punching Nelson Mandela, stealing his journal, then screams, "This is my story," as he flees to New Zealand on a 4 a.m. flight with his dad. Okay. Stealing his journal. This is my story. From now on, this is my story. Okay, good one. Thank you for the $5. I actually met Nelson. No, I didn't meet Nelson Mandela. What the fuck am I saying? Chat, would you believe me if I told you that I've shook the hand of Desmond Tutu? Desmond Tutu. A South African bishop and theologian. I've met and shook hands with Desmond Tutu while doves were being let go. You guys know that? It's actually true. I got a picture of him when I was a kid. Of me like this, shaking hands. I'm bigger than him as well. Of me shaking hands with Desmond Tutu as a kid, basically. Wow, I agree. Leon is definitely overhated and underrated. True. Desmond the Amazing. Yeah, he did some like charity thing in my area when I was a kid, and we all went out to meet him as like a thank you, and I shook hands with him. You guys don't know about Desmond Tutu? Come on, man. I don't know what this beef is in chat. Can we stop? Impression of Bear pranking Mushemi on his last straw. Bear pranking Mushemi on his last straw.
I just wanted to show you guys my macaroni collection. Hey, Rampage. Got him! You're interrupting me. This is supposed to be my big moment. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone for this.
Sounds a lot like me. You're looking like Abraham from The Walking Dead.
I heard somewhere some people saying that if he wins the belt, he's gonna retire. I think
you heard that? People are talking about
some little talks.
Oh wow!
Some whispers,
okay.
Some whispers about that. Like if he wins the belt, he retires. Like I'm not sure of that. I don't know if I believe that or not, but it's an option. There's too much pressure on him. Yeah, health problems and a lot of pressure from his country. I don't know. Maybe he retires, maybe not.
Wow.
I think he has a lot of money already. Like a lot of money. He's good with money, He'll be already the champion. So why not retire? I'll do the same.
Yeah. Thank you for the $7 Canadian, Julie. Do you think Chimaev will potentially retire after his next fight? I've seen Baralho saying that he's hearing rumors of it, but I highly doubt that. Thank you for the $7 Canadian. I highly doubt it. And I highly doubt the UFC will let him. I don't think they can stop him if they want to, but they'll definitely massively encourage him to stick around if that's the case. Yes or no, chat? If the UFC knew Chimaev was going to retire after this next fight, they wouldn't have given him a title shot. Let's just call it what it is. If the UFC, the big UFC in 2025, after what's just happened with Jones and Aspinall, if they knew Chimaev was going to retire if he won the world championship, they wouldn't be giving him a title shot right now. So, there's literally other options that they had as well in Imavov and Baralho. So, yeah, they definitely wouldn't have given him that. I think Baralho's just boring and can't make headlines without lying, it seems. I can't wait for when Ilya loses and the was he ever that good convo to start. Also, did you see Conor confront Perry? I sent it to you, do an impression of it. I didn't see Conor confront Perry, no. At BKFC, that's good promo. Was he ever that good? Yeah, how did this guy even beat people? Oh, it's on Full Violence, I see it.
Yeah, you're welcome back, because I welcomed you back. Yeah. October 11th is your date, and you'll dance for me, boy. You'll dance for the owner, and then we can talk. But your date is October 11th. Yeah. Michael Perry, the return of Platinum. And we've got some hell of an announcement for an opponent for you. One of the baddest men.
Dude, what's McGregor doing? And you'll dance for me, boy. Your date is October 11th, and you'll dance for me, boy. On that date, you'll earn your shot back in the UFC. And you'll dance for me, boy. What a fucking weirdo McGregor's turned into. What the fuck?
Whoever graced the Ultimate Fighting Championship when it comes to bare knuckle, and he's going to throw down with you in front of me for my viewing pleasure. And then I'll decide if you're worthy.
Thoughts on Conor dissing Mike Perry? I didn't mind it, dude. It sells. That's promo right there. And then you'll dance for me, and you do as I told you, Money Louie. He had a very weird voice, McGregor. Recently watched...
And I'm Ron Weasley, and I'm fucking Downs. And together we are Harry Potter.
I feel like the whole film just fucking... Dude, I hate fucking Harry Potter. It's such a good... I just feel like, chat, here's my take on Harry Potter. It was like the first idea of like a school of wizardry and like this world of wizardry. And therefore it's good because they made this world of wizardry. But they could have done it so much better, dude. That niche is boring as fuck. It's boring as fuck. You know what it is? Too many, and this is so true, too many women started being interested in it, and then they started tailoring the later films to women. Absolutely true. And women in the chat, all 2 of you, you have to accept this one. You have to accept this one. I did watch it, dude. I have watched it. I was a kid. I watched it when I was a kid. But I think like women started to enjoy it, and then they started like tailor-made a lot of. It just became a lot of love interest shit towards the end of it. I ain't trying to watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? And there was no like cool spells. I feel like there was no cool spells. Am I wrong? There was no cool spells in Harry Potter. Like when someone gonna get smacked by a fucking fireball off the fucking side of a building, you know what I mean? There was barely any of that. And it's just, that was the Avada Kedavra goes hard, but there was no big moment. It was like magic for like a pixel of CGI that would hit them and then they would die. Avada Kedavra! That was the noise they would make when they did it, yeah. And I just felt like they should have like a fireball thing or like a fucking electricity fucking storm that they create or something, you know what I mean? But they left all that for like individual moments when that should have been non-stop. I needed to see Harry Potter like with his glasses on.
Sorry, guys, just making my way to school.
And then someone fucking cast a spell on him. And it just fucking blasts him across the corridor and he like dies. not dies. Maybe not dies in episode 1, but like, you know. Harry can't use illegal spells. You know what I mean? Like that is. Harry can't use illegal spells. What kind of rules is this? Magic? You got rules that he has to follow? He can't use illegal spells? What a fucking nerd. He should die then. He should die to someone using illegal spells. Oculus Reparo. I don't want to know that fucking spell to fix glasses. I want to know what spell breaks him and fucking shatters glass in Harry's eyes. You know what I mean? Oculus Reparo. That was actually a fucking spell that they had where they broke or they repaired Harry's glasses or something, right? Where's the spell that fucking shatters him? You know? And gets glass in his eyes. And Harry's going, ah, in the corridors. It's fucking, I don't know. As Draco, like, actually does some shit other than being a fucking bitch. Draco Malfoy is the big villain of the film. And all he does is tell his dad and then cry and be a bitch. Let him be an actual villain. You know? You know he's not the villain. He's actually good and a tortured character. And he's the anti-hero. And all of this other fucking takes on that.